like you, for a supermodel, well, let's get that right. She's not a supermodel. Like, she tells you she is, but she's not a supermodel. She was a high fashion model, but super, not so much. She was not on the same level as Naomi Campbell. So that's supermodel, because that's still supermodel. She wasn't. She was just the first black woman on Sports Illustrated, but she was not a supermodel. So, and she wasn't one of the top ones like Cindy and Krista and Turlington and all of. She wasn't that. She wishes she was that. She and what's her name? Baby fat chick. They were on the same level, you know. But no. But anyway, she wore the worst fashions for anybody who was known for fashion, just ever. And then the last season, the one that we're watching now, she was wearing all these arm out, like these goddess things where she only got one sleeve. And then one day she had the nerve to wear like 2 different color shoes. And I was like, oh man, you're done. Like, you're done. So when the announcement came out that she was done, like it was over, I was happy. I was like, she's finally getting off my sofa. Get off. Go, take you and your children and go. Thank you. You know, when I see you again, I won't be upset. I'm still going to think about not letting you do this to me again. And what I mean by that, no more shows. Like, she comes out with something else, I'm done. I'm not going to watch it because it's like, oh, no. I know what's going to happen here. You're going to move in, have another child, and you're going to sit around. So no more. I'm done with that. And then, she has her own show, which she quit, which is kind of good. It's like, oh wow, she's doing all kind of quitting these days, which is great. Like, just go away. Take your millions and go. Just go away. Take your check and go. Bounce. See you. We appreciate you coming. Thank you. So goodbye. Yeah, good. So goodbye, America's Next Top Model. I mean, because who came out of that? Really, when you think about it, who came out of that? Like, who is still of importance that we care about who came from that show? And I don't think there's anybody. I mean, Eva, for one point, she was still relevant. Oh, Yaya DaCosta, who no one liked, who is making a name for herself in Hollywood. But to me, honestly, these days, being in Hollywood as a sort of a part actress or whatever, bit part actress, that doesn't mean anything. She got a couple of leading roles. I think she tried to play Whitney Houston or something. But again, still not very relevant. And again, you can be, Nene's on Broadway. So telling me like reality TV shows doing stuff like that means nothing to me, because it's like anybody who is sleazy enough to think, that reality stars are going to pull in dollars for them will hire them. So I guess whoever is doing Broadway right now is just sleazy enough to believe that anybody would really care. First of all, I love theater. Love it. Like, I love theater. I absolutely love it. Whether it's a musical or it's not, I love theater. I frankly love it. So when you go and stoop and put a person like Nene Leakes in Chicago, then I'm done, because I'm not there to see a star be in a Broadway play. Like, it doesn't pull me. It doesn't draw. It's not the draw for me. So I'm not going to go to a play because you put Brandy as a star and lead in Broadway. Now, I heard she killed it as Roxy, but I wouldn't think she wouldn't. But to me, it's like putting in an actress in a model's position. It's like you're basically putting that actress in the model's position because you want to sell more product, because you're not confident in your product. You don't believe that a regular model who is her job is to be a model, you don't think that's going to pull in the numbers. So you don't believe in your product enough. You just don't. And that's cool. I respect that. But I don't participate in it. So you putting a main headline name in a play, unless that person came from Broadway and moved into television and big screen, then it's not going to be my draw. Like, I won't go see it. You're not going to get me to go see Chicago because Nene is in it. What you're doing is you're trying to pull in, people of color into your Broadway spectacular, if you want to call it that, to get those numbers and get those dollars. But real enthusiasts who want to see a real play would never go see Nene on Broadway. Just never. Because they know that the acting is not to par. So all I'm saying is you got some notables like Yaya DaCosta, who came from America's Next Top Model. Okay, so she came from there and she's doing some bit parts here and there, but she's not good in it. Like she was in The Butler, I think it was. I forget which one. Yeah, The Butler. I think she was in The Butler. And she was okay. I remember her. So I think that's cool. So okay, so we'll give Tyra that for discovering maybe one or two people from the show, but for the most part, those people don't really work. I mean, they may be signed to an agency or so, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm a photographer, and people that I work with, I have personally discovered they work. They've gotten more jobs. They've gone out there and done a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't take credit for it. I mean, I take credit for the fact that I discovered them, but as far as that's concerned, like that's the end. Like I don't go around saying, "Oh, I launched that person's career." No, I just encourage that person to do something and to model or whatever, but but I don't, like, if they've gone on and had super, success, I don't go, "Oh yeah, I made that person." No, it's no. I may have just lit the fire, but that's it. But like with Tyra, she's so long overdue. Like, just so long overdue. It's like, goodbye, thank God. Like, what happened? When did you wake up and decide to stop sleeping on our sofa? Get off already. Like, you should have been off of our sofa and working and doing something totally different. Like, it's gotten so stale. Like, the show is just horrible. Me and my friend Don watch it just to tear it completely apart. There's no interest. Like, the formula is sad. Like, I can predict every week who's going to be put off of that show. Every single week, I can predict it. I can just say, oh, they're telling the so-and-so story and giving the piano in the background. She's going. And sure enough, she's done. Oh, well, they're telling their story. They're showing you a picture of them in high school. They're going. And sure enough, they're gone. So it's like, I can figure out your cliffhanger there. So, it's goodbye, Tyra. You're not even Heidi Klum. Like, Project Runway kills it every season. It is great. It never gets old. Like, the drama between the contestants gets a little old, but the show is always good because you can watch the fashions come down the runway. I miss stupid ass Michael Kors on there. He was actually pretty good. Like, Zach Posen gives me nothing. I don't even get it, but the show is great. Nina's always consistent. Heidi is no joke. Like, she's not fake. Like, the fact is, Tyra is so phony. But you're not getting fake out of Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum be like, don't be rolling your eyeballs at me. Be like, oh, she just set you on fire in front of millions. Like, your mom didn't do it, but Heidi Klum did it. Heidi Klum said, you will not be rolling your eyeballs at me. And I love it. She gives you the paddle on television. So I give it to her. Thank God she's still around. Thank God she's relevant. Like, we don't even care that she used to be a model. We like what she does with Project Runway. And she's still in model shape. She's got 4 or 5 kids, still looking amazing, But Tyra's too busy, eating off of Foods on Crenshaw and just overdone. And that one time they showed you a picture of her with her lace front wig, not even cut in the front. That was the funniest shit ever. I couldn't take it. Okay, but I've had my share of talking about Tyra Stanks. She's the worst. Now, the last thing I need to discuss, which is disgusting, is this Love and Hip Hop shambles LA. What's bothering me is the overusage of the term and of couture. First of all, oh God, like you guys do understand that I love fashion. I adore it. And the only reason why I don't have a full line is because I haven't found the resources to do it. That's it. Because I love fashion, I know fashion, and I love it. That's just all I'm going to say. But I'm watching Love and Hip Hop, and all of these people, and it's not just them, but this is what set me on fire, is they had a fashion show, and all they kept saying was, oh, their stuff is going to be high-end, and it's going to be couture. Number one, oh, God, a price point doesn't make it high-end. What makes stuff haute couture is the fact that a lot of times it takes like 300 hours to make an outfit or a dress. And it costs like upwards to like $90,000, $100,000, $200,000 to make one piece. Like haute couture is number two. Let's slide into number two. Number two, there are only a certain amount of certified haute couture establishment and houses in the in America, and in the world. They're not that many. I think Chanel and Lagerfeld, Karl Lagerfeld, he is one of them who is officially can brand what he does as couture, because he actually does make sure that the things are hand beaded, hand sewn, all of it. I believe Gaultier. There's a few others, but you can't throw around couture believing that it is couture and that it's high-end couture, because there's couture and then there's haute couture, which haute couture means high sewn, means like it is costing you thousands upon tens of thousands or more to make one garment, and it's hand done. It's not machine done, hand. So when you get a machine attached to a garment, any garment that is manufactured in like by a machine, by tens or hundreds or whatever, it's no longer couture. It has to be handmade, number one. Or it has to be custom made. It's got to be custom. It's got to be custom for that client or for that individual. So you can't go around saying you have couture. Oh, we got couture and we got high. No, you don't. When you move into making your own textiles and shit, and you've designed the substrate, if you will, and you're having them sewn one-offs or two-offs or whatever, I will give you that. I will allow you to call it couture. It's still not, but I will allow it. I will allow it because your ignorance didn't run too deep. You're pushing your ignorance, but it's not running deep. But when you're actually having someone make it and you went to like Mood Fabric or Poppy Fabric or the Alley downtown LA, and you're like, oh, I'll just pull a few yards of this and have somebody sew this up. That's not couture. It's not high end, because anybody can pick that fabric. I mean, you'd have to pay thousands or hundreds of dollars of yards, and customize the dress or whatever to make it couture. I mean, there's a lot more to couture than just saying it's couture. It's a lot more to it. And so these hoes was on Love and Hip Hop LA talking about Couture. And I'm like, wow, your ignorance is so deep. It's